This is the 590 mule saw. Pretty much for all intents and purposes, it's gonna have a 620 carburetor and a 620 coil. That's what I got it tore apart to change out, is to swap this 590 coil to a 620 coil. The muffler is totally gutted. I wonder if I put the spark screen. No, I hadn't even put the spark screen. The deflector is gutted. The tube in there is removed. Let me shine a light. So yeah, you can see the port, the exhaust port of the cylinder, because it's pretty much an empty can up to this wall here. Let's see. I've got 26 off the base. It's set at 20 thousandths. Usually it's like usually you can only take about 8 thousandths off, because that's all that's keeping the piston from the roof of the chamber, combustion chamber. So 26 and a 12 thousandths gasket. I've dropped the cylinder 38 thousandths from stock. The exhaust right now is set at 106, and the transfers are set at 130, which I think is like stock 590 transfer timing. I'll pull it up in my notes, but I'll go over that in a later video. But it's got your typical mods that you do to a 590. I just want to do this one to kind of illustrate the way port timing changes how something runs, and the where it's going to make power, and kind of what RPM it stretches out to. That's why it's got a 620 an aftermarket 620 carburetor. So it's got the big bore carburetor, but it's already got full adjustment, so it doesn't have the bypass fuel delivery nozzle in it. The filter, I took apart the elbow in here and opened it up, so you can see it's usually that's a 90 right there, but that's open now, so you have a straight shot into the carb. It's going to have an unlimited coil and a very, very open exhaust, so that should eliminate any restriction that this would possibly see on the intake side, the ignition side, or the exhaust side. The reason why all three of those are done is because I want to show what happens when you start messing with port timing. Because typically when something gets ported, you change everything all at once, and you're like, oh man, I don't know what changed it. What made the power, or what shifted the power, let it gain RPM or caused it to lose RPM, whatever happened. So I think numbers are like 78 to 130 and 106. But we'll go over all that later in a little more detail. This is just a mule saw, and I'm finishing up on a 4910 this evening. So that's my Friday evening in the garage.